Peace, peace, peace. What is good? What's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Peace, peace, peace. I hope everybody, what I'm saying, that's tapping in right now is having a blessing, abundant rising so far. What I'm saying? Being able to really tap in with, you know, setting the right intentions for the day to really be able to manifest anything into your life. So, what I want to really talk about and break down in this live is really being in flow around this time and really taking advantage of this energy that we in. These new energetic shifts that's been happening around the world that's really been allowing us to really tap in with our manifestations, like big manifestations, really fast, right? But it really takes us becoming aware of like the small progression that we make amongst our journeys to attract in the bigger picture. Because really, in reality, the manifestation's been here the whole time. The breakthrough moment's been here the whole time. But this energy is so different. So the full moon that we recently just had, right? For a lot of us, we started to feel completely different, and it just happened naturally. Most of our like intuitions heightened, so the calling within is a lot stronger. You may be feeling a lot more peace, a lot more gratitude, a lot more abundance, just because of that energy shift that happened. Now, something, something to really realize and something to really be observant on is how this agenda really be working in the matrix. What's up, anybody that's in here? But how this agenda really be working in the matrix, right? So notice how on social media and on the news and things like that, it's a lot of negative things pushed out at once. Like you'll notice it. It'll be a combination of bullshit that's happening on the news, and then you see that same bullshit on social media, and then at that you may see some other stuff that randomly just pops off, like this random celebrity beef or something like that that could really just easily engage you into that shit online. Because at the end of the day, like, this is still like a portal. Like, this is the device that we carry in our pockets every day. Like, it could be used to make money and all that shit, but it's also like a portal. So it's like at certain times, I feel like there's certain things that's pushed out in the agenda. Like, okay, so right now, you know what I'm saying? For example, yesterday, I'm really, being in flow, saying affirmations and things like that, right? And then out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, somebody just randomly starts trying to tell me and talk to me about like this whole like Nicki Minaj beef and shit like that. And at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you hear about so much of this shit like randomly, and then you be like, man, it don't even like that shit don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you start realizing that like, yo, like certain things is pushed out at certain points in the world to really distract people. That's why a lot of people be operating in low vibrations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be acting in low vibrations. A lot of people just don't be on the frequency to receive the messages like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because a lot of people be so drawn into the three dimensional habits, the three-dimensional patterns. You know what I'm saying? Really, really not having like breakthrough moments. Like, they breakthrough moments is really waiting on them, but they'll rather still be stuck in the old light. You know what I'm saying? And it happens to so many people. Even people that be saying that like, you know, they tapped in, they spiritual. some people just operate on a low vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like you see in the chat, you know what I'm saying? People automatically saying that it's cat. Like people don't be trying to really hear the message and shit like that, you know. But it's really divine for anybody that be up in here. But that's just really what be happening because on a deeper level, you can really tap in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can really tap in with what we really hold within and really doing all the inner work to really have your energy flowing up, right? To activate your kundalini, you know what I'm saying? And really start to tap in with your energy centers that's within and send energy up. You know what I'm saying? When you start sending the energy up, you get in true flow. And then you start that's why, you know what I'm saying, I speak on stuff like that be happening on social media and shit because it's like I see right through it. You automatically start seeing right through all that shit. Peace, peace. What's up, y'all? Everybody that's tapping in right now. You know what I'm saying? Tapping into the Cozy Spirit family. If y'all are new, make sure to subscribe. You know, check out the other content. But yo, like, you'll start noticing the patterns. There's a bunch of patterns. Or just like around the time when, you know, it was all the flooding and shit like that that's happening, you gotta ask yourself, like, why around that period, right? That's happening. Because at the end of the day, there was a greater energy shift. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really wasn't focused on all that and giving in to all that shit, you would be feeling the changes and everything that was really happening. But in reality, they want you to really just be drawn into what they put out so you can stay out of low vibration and only attract in more low vibrational stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a constant loop. For real, for real. What's up, y'all? Peace, peace, peace. Well, yo, and y'all like what I was speaking on. You know what I'm saying about tapping in with your energy centers, like within, so you can actually, you know, have energy flow up to your crown chakra. You know what I'm saying? And you can actually start being in heart and brain coherent to fix the energy field around our bodies to really make us, you know what I'm saying, to really make us avoid like sicknesses, diseases, you know what I'm saying, all that. We can tap in with all, yo, really become a magnet. What's up, y'all? Peace, peace, peace. Anybody that's tapping in? He said, "Can you rap?" Hell yeah. I actually have a music video dropping. You know what I'm saying? That shit finna go crazy. So y'all stay tuned. But what's up, y'all? Everybody that's tapping in. Peace, peace, peace. Where y'all tapping in from? But yeah, like, you know, we could really go within and we could really start to tap in with certain areas in our bodies, you know, just growing up through childhood, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people act so negative nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they have a dimmed energy field around them. They have a dimmed energy field around them. A lot of people act negative and they act in the same cycle and everything because they have a dimmed energy field around them, which is, you know, your first energy chakras within the root, the sacral, and the solar plex, right? A lot of times energy can really get blocked in those areas. And sometimes like we never truly have like energy flow up towards our hearts. That's why a lot of people will move out of like a negative perspective of the ego, right? And like instead of being best friends with the ego, they'll end up being like an enemy. The ego will really be an enemy, right? And they act so negative and they're in like a bitter mood and stuff because no energy is ever flowing. So when whenever you are able to tap in, so you're able to quantum leap, right? You're able to tap in with this unified field within this void, right? Whenever you could tap in with that, you can literally imagine anything. Like the mind is like literally a tool for greatness and success, right? To really better yourself, to better your life, to better your environment, to better the people's environments around you. We create the reality. Like we are like the main characters in this shit, man. Like that's why how you feel shifts your reality. You know what I'm saying? If you wake up in a bitter mood and then you go out in the world in a bitter mood, you only attracting bitter people. You know what I'm saying? You manifest people that are negative and on low vibrations. But when you actually move, whenever you actually move with the right intentions, you move in the flow, you move from the true intentions from your heart, you start attracting real positive people like your soul tribe people. So when you actually can tap in with these centers and you realize that energy was stuck right there and you start imagining like a good feeling. It's all about feeling. When you can match feelings, you can hold that frequency. You know what I'm saying? You can send energy up. So if you can hold a great energy, like a really good feeling around those first three centers in your stomach, you may actually start feeling that energy being pulled up when you're in a meditation, right? So now you can send that energy towards your heart. So now you will actually start feeling this. You may actually start feeling joy, like gratitude, abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like your body starts to really vibrate. That's because you're increasing this energy field that's around you. So now you can send energy towards your throat chakra, so you really start speaking in your truth. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes from a lot of like unhealed trauma and things like that that we go through, and all that energy that was always blocked down here, no energy was never moving to the throat chakra. That's why sometimes we be closed off, or we tend to not try to face something because no energy was ever flowing right there. So when you have energy flow right there, you know what I'm saying, you can send energy to your third eye, you can send energy to your crown chakra, you know what I'm saying? So you could be in true alignment and have energy completely flowing through your body, and that's what's really bettering the energy field that's around our bodies. A lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, they don't teach this shit in school, like, but a lot of the times, like, the reason why one may get sick or something like that. Like you may hear it like, oh yeah, you gotta really just take your vitamins, make your immune system this to be more prone to this. I mean, you know what I'm saying, or to deflect this, to do this and this. But in reality, you could do this shit all like naturally, and you could really be tapping in with this energy. So now, if there was like a scanner around you, right? It will show that your energy field is real strong compared to somebody that is constantly worrying and stress, anxiety, overthinking, things like that. Their energy field is all dim. So now they going through all these things, you know what I'm saying? Like from a negative approach. So more negative things is literally gonna be manifested into their life. So it's like we literally create our own realities all the time. This is, but this is all possible though within. Peace, 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 peace. What's up, y'all? Anybody else in here? Hold on. Hey, I'm gonna get back on here, y'all. I'll be back.